everybody, it's Michelle and I've got some fun products from Arteza'a to show you guys today, and we're going to be doing a Christmas ornament project with these today. This is so much fun, you guys. First of all, I've got the Arteza'a paint markers. Those come in a set of 20 and I've already been playing with a few of those, and as you can see, you've got a good range of colors here, as well as your metallics, the gold and the silver. You get 2 of each of those, and it looks like there are 2 of this mid-tone green. So I think that's really good. Those are going to be used a lot, especially in the Christmas projects. And then I've got the Arteza'a wood slices. And we're going to be using those markers to paint onto these to make our ornaments. And I just love these, you guys. They're the perfect size for ornaments, with the hole pre-drilled in them, and it includes the jute twine to hang those by. And if you wanted to, you could replace that with a ribbon or whatever you wanted to do. If you wanted to bring in something to play off of that rustic wood theme with maybe a plaid or something like that in Christmas colors, that would be really cute. Or you can kind of mix fancy with rustic for a shabby chic sort of look, and maybe use lace to combine with the rustic look. Anything you want to use for the hanger on that. But I like that they went ahead and included the jute twine. And the last thing I've got to show you is Arteza's Glitter Set. And this is extra fine glitter, and you get 54 jars in the set. And they are beautiful. I just love these glitters. You've got metallics and neons and such a range of colors. And you've even got one down here that is glow in the dark, and I think that would be a lot of fun. See, there's some of your metallics, red and green. There's a holographic silver. There's a neon. There's another metallic and antique gold. You've even got chocolate brown. Anything that you wanted to glitter, you're going to have a good color for it in this set. But the one I'm going to use on my ornaments is Snow White, and I'm going to be using that to glitter my snow. So I'm going to go ahead and cut off a good size length of my jute twine there. I think I like that little shape. And these are natural wood with the bark still on. Wonderful for a country Christmas kind of look. And I've got a scrap of cardstock here that I'm going to be using to get my paint markers started. So the first thing I want to do actually doesn't involve the markers at all. I'm going to use some of my Distress Oxide, and I'm just using that because that's the kind that I've got in the color that I was after, and this may not be waterproof, so if you do yours like this, you may want to cover it over with some of the micro glaze or something to make that waterproof. But just for the video today, I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I just want to sort of stain the wood with it in that blue color, so it gives us the look of a sky, but it's still going to show that wood grain a little bit, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. And if you had regular distress ink, it's less opaque, so it may show the wood grain even better for you. But I just wanted a hint of a sky color. And a little later I'm going to draw some snow down here on the ground, but I'm going to wait on that. I'm going to get my green marker. Actually, I think I'll use a couple of different greens in combination. And I've already gotten these started because I've been playing with them a little bit. But when you first open those, they are all individually wrapped. So if you've not opened a color yet, it's going to stay a lot longer for you without drying out. But what you're going to do is just shake it up and then pump it a couple of times to get that paint flowing down into your tip, which I have already done, and then you can draw with it. And I really like that it doesn't seem to puddle and come flowing out of there the way a lot of paint pens that I've used do. So these feel a lot more controlled, and I really, really like that. So I'm just going to draw a couple of trees. I'm just going to do a snowy landscape here with some trees. Just a really simple scene. I'm going to go ahead and put in some of the snow. Okay, this is the one that I haven't pumped through yet, so you guys will get to see. Just press that down, and you can already see some of that white paint flowing into it. And then when you get it to where you can draw with that, then you're good to go. And I think I'm going to go ahead and make my snowy hillside. Okay, so we've got just a hint of that, and we will go over that again with another layer. But I'm going to go ahead and come in with my other green and come over my trees a little bit and give them sort of that two-tone look. You can just see a little bit of that darker green showing through. And maybe bringing my dark while my other's still wet. Kind of get a little bit of color variation going on there. However much layering you want to do to your trees to get that multi-tone kind of look. And I'm just doing little dashes, and I want to really have some variation in between there to show the other color. And I think that's really cute. I think that turned out really nice. So now I'm going to try to go over my white with another layer. And now we've got it mixed up really good and flowing nicely, and we're getting a little bit more opacity with it. Okay, so there's our second layer, and I'm going to leave this for a little while to completely dry before we do our next step. And when that is dry, I'll be back and show you guys how we're going to finish it. Okay, I think this is pretty dry by now. And before I do that last step that I was telling you guys about, I had one more idea that I want to try. And I wanted to try to do some stamping on here too and see how well that works. So I found a little set here with a small deer on there that's going to fit perfectly into my little scene. And again, you may want to go over these and waterproof them, but just for demonstration purposes today, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it like it is. And if you guys decide to do this, I'll give you a link to some of that waterproofing glaze that you can put on them if you decide to do that. So I'm going to stamp my deer with Gathered Twigs Distress Oxide ink. Oh, it's stamped so perfectly on that blue. But I think I'm going to try to take my brown pen and go over that. Looks like we have two browns also. I'm going to go for the darker brown. So I think that little silhouette there will be enough for me to kind of trace over with my paint pen. And maybe that'll work. So now we've got our little deer silhouetted there in dark brown, and I think that looks so nice. It really just helps complete the scene. And I'm going to take my white again, and I want to just add some little dots for snowflakes. Okay, so here's where we're going to try to bring in our glitter and see how that's going to work. So what I'm hoping to do is to have it stick to the paint while the paint is wet, and we can give our snow a little bit of a sparkle. So I'm going to make sure to shake this up really well and pump that and get it going. Okay, and go back over my little snow dots. And I'm trying to avoid my deer in case that's not completely dry yet. I don't want the deer to sparkle, just the snow. And that did give us a little bit of sparkle. Not all of them stuck. We'll try those ones again. So I don't know if you guys can see that sparkle or not. I know that my dots of snow are showing up super well in front of the trees when it's over that other layer of paint instead of the Distress Oxide ink. It's showing up a lot more opaque. So now I'm just going to create a little bit of a snowy line or two on my, a glittery line or two on my snow. Doesn't look like it's showing up on camera, but that did glitter that pretty well. And then all we have to do is tie our little twine string through there to make it an ornament. And just tie that at the top. And that jute twine is really going to hold really good in that knot. It's not going to come undone on you. Okay, so I decided to make one last change. I decided I just had to have a little pop of red on there for it to be Christmassy, and I didn't really see within that scene a way to do that with the red paint, so I decided to add it with ribbon. And this is just some that I got from Big Lots, and it's red with that tan color around the edge, so it's going to fit right into that rustic theme. So I'm just going to cut off enough of a length there to work with and pull that to where my knot is centered up there. And I'm just going to tie a bow right around my twine there at the top. And of course, my twisty bows, for some reason, always want to settle in upside down. So twist that around. Tighten up my bow. And cut that on an angle. And then I'm just going to take my Zig two-way glue pen and just touch to the end of that to keep my fibers from fraying on the end of my ribbon there. And And that goes on blue, but it will dry clear. And I think that little pop of red was just exactly what it needed. I think it's so pretty and so much fun. And if you don't like the rustic country Christmas kind of look, you can always paint on any design that you want. Use any type of ribbon that you want and make it suit your style. Whatever you decide to put on there, you can see you've got quite a range of colors to choose from if you get the paint markers. And I think those are a lot of fun. That way you've got a nice permanent painted finish on your ornament. And like I said, if you use some of the ink, you can go over that with a waterproof glaze. And those glitters bring that Christmassy sparkle. I just love it. So I'll put the links in the description below for you guys for everything from Arteza'a, as well as some of the other products that I used today. And don't forget, with the Arteza'a links, I can now provide links for US and UK. So you guys in the UK will be able to get those products as well. Leave me a comment below and let me know if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Give me a like over on my Facebook page. And be sure to join our Facebook group, Crafty Minds. Also follow me on Pinterest and Instagram. And don't forget to visit my blog. I'll have the links to everything in the description below, so be sure and check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.